myself at all, but just in terms of when you look at a day like this, you're coming to a new team. What do you want to get out of this? Obviously you're not on the field yet, but I'm just curious from a personality aspect, from your experience, what are you trying to get out of a day like today? I mean, I'm not sure if it's a first impression for everybody, but certainly being here, it's a start of something different.
Yeah, well, first of all, I think that it's exciting to be here. Obviously, to have the guys, sharing the locker room, to be able to be in the team meeting room with the guys, the QB room, just be on the field with the guys, getting work, and being in the weight room and all that stuff that makes it exciting that we're playing ball again, and that part I love, and Dave's ran a great meeting today. Just he introduced everybody, and from the coaches to everybody else, some of the new players as well. Obviously, me being one of them, and just to be able to go up there and just talk to the guys about, kind of where I come from and just my story a little bit and just the focus of it all and what we want to accomplish individually, but also this year. And so I'm excited to be with these guys, man. I'm excited to have the opportunity to play and be a New York Giant. What opportunity it is, and we can make it really special. And I think we have the right guys, a lot of hard work. Guys are focused on the details of it all, and excited, like I said, excited to be here.
Hey, Russ, thanks for doing this.
Yeah, no problem.
Two for you. Who did you get to throw with since the last time we talked about it? I'm following you on Instagram. It looked like Bellinger, some of the receivers. Which of your targets were you able to corral, and how did those all come about? Was that your initiative?
Yeah, a bunch of the tight ends, bunch of the receivers, a bunch of guys, man, really got a lot of extra work. We were able to throw in San Diego some, to be able to throw in Atlanta too. Flew to Atlanta, and just different guys I was able to throw with back and forth in San Diego and ATL. It was a lot of fun. We just got a lot of work in. I think what's exciting is just we got a plethora of guys that can really make a lot of plays. And, obviously, our star receiver Malik and what he's capable of, to, Wandale and his ability to make plays. I think Darius Slayton is a star too as well. Obviously, he's been an experienced vet. Guys like Bellinger, who's really, really talented tight end, and Theo, and guys like Dolchich, I think are really good players that can run. I played with him in Denver, and I know what he's capable of, and just so many other guys. Jalen Hyatt, just I think that he's going to have a great year this year, and I'm just excited about the people. I'm excited about the guys. They love football. They love the work. They want to be great. Guys I've played with before in the past too that I know. Guys like LJ and just other people. It's just so I'm excited for the opportunity to be able to play with these guys because of their ability.
And then off the path a little bit, are you going to be a regular at MSG this spring? And do you know Brunson and any of those guys? We saw the big bro hug you got after game one.
Yeah, I've gotten to know Brunson, over the past couple of years. Just a talented player, man. Just got a lot of respect for his game, and just, obviously, you get to meet guys throughout. Big Cat, and I know him too as well. Just other guys, Hart. There's a lot of guys that I'm connected to in some form or fashion. My guy Jay Shack knows him well too as well. I love sports. I love basketball. I've always been a guy that admire greatness, and to be able to watch guys go to work every day, to see it up close and personal, and it's always inspirational to be around it, and vice versa. So I'm really close with those guys. Gotten to know them over the years, and I think now that being in New York, you get to know me even better. But just to be able to watch them up close in person and be the stars they are. That game the other night was special, man. The fourth quarter was really remarkable, and how they came back and just, I think they went on a 21-0 run. Man, what an electric crowd that was.
Thanks, Russ.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, Russ. How you doing?
What's up, Paul?
Hey, all good. I want to take you back a little bit. It is draft season. 2012, some scouts said that, if you were 3 inches taller, you'd be at the top of the draft, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that wasn't the first time you heard that you were too short, right? Can you talk about a little bit about what you remember about your draft process and about being a third-round pick and obviously being the best of that group that came out easily by far?
Yeah, I think for me personally, I just wanted the opportunity to play. The opportunity to shine and do what I was capable of doing. I was fortunate to be able to go to Seattle around some great players and great teammates and great coaching staff and everything else, great culture and atmosphere. I love playing there, and so I was very blessed in that way to be surrounded around some guys that I'm still forever connected to. Guys in my draft class too, like guys like Bobby Wagner, guys like Robert Turbin, and guys that went to college with, guys like J.R. Sweezy and many others. Guys I played against in college, like Bruce Irvin, and we just had a competitive, group, a rookie class. Guys like Jermaine Kearse, who was undrafted, free agent, and Deshaun Shed, and just many guys that we wanted to be great. Obviously the vets, obviously the Legion of Boom, and just different guys I was able to play with and everything else, in Marshawn. But I think the thing that was, we're going to go back to the actual draft day and that whole process. I remember, Pete Carroll calling and John Schneider, Paul Allen, and just the excitement and the joy to be able to play the game I love, to be able to have the opportunity to do it. Listen, I think, for me, I've always believed that, you have to work for everything. For me, it was, I was going to do everything I could to be the best that I could possibly be every day and have a day one mentality. I still have that today. So that's what I remember most.
Do you think, are you a draft guy? I mean, do you know these quarterbacks in this draft? And do you think any of these guys, or do you follow them? And do you think that you are a proof that if you're not the biggest guy, you could, obviously you're not the biggest guy and you made it pretty well. Yeah. Do you think some of these guys, Shador, people say he's too short, maybe a little taller than you, but too short, that, no, just look at me, you can do it?
Yeah, I think that, in any position, it's really about what you're capable of. I think the grit that you have, the mentality, the ability, the winning habits that you have, all those things are critical. The it factor, the ability to change the room, the ability to elevate others, to make them to be their best, no matter what position you play. And so for me, I knew that God had given me a gift to lead. God had given me a gift to throw a ball really long ways and drop it in a bucket and throw it up to the moon and let it fall down, I guess. And just the certain things that I was able to do. And so, for me every day, I'm just grateful for the opportunity that I've had and just to be able to inspire others. There weren't many short quarterbacks in the National Football League, and there weren't many, guys at the time that were, dual threats at the time. There was guys like Cam, and there was guys like Colin Kaepernick and Tyrod and a couple others, really, but that was really it at the time. And so for me, I just wanted to be able to, change the narrative, and I think it's definitely changed along the way. And there's many guys before me that able to do that for me and crack the door open too. And so I was fortunate to be able to win the Super Bowl, and I take pride in that. To be able to win a Super Bowl, to be the first, guy, kind of mobile guy like that. I think, but shorter mobile guy, I should say. And then I think also too to be an African American guy, the second black quarterback to ever win it, was something significant. So I always have fun when thinking about that. Just a lot of amazing memories, and we gotta go make more.
Thanks, Russ.
Yep.
We'll take 3 more. Patty Trina.
Hi, Russ. How are you?
Hey, Patty. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, for sure.
Russ, I know you're not that far removed from being a young quarterback, but over your experience, what has been the biggest transition other than maybe learning the language, the ways of the team? What's the biggest transition, the hardest transition for a young quarterback to pick up?
Yeah, the hardest thing is the speed of the game and the talent of the players around you. I think, I was able to play in the ACC with a really good, talented teams, and I was playing against some of the world's best guys like Luke Kuechly and Hall of Fame player. I got to go with these guys from Florida State and Clemson and just different, all-time players. But I think the thing is that the game was super fast then, but you go to the National Football League, it's even faster. You're getting everybody's best. You're getting the best player in the ACC, getting the best player in the SEC in college, and then you're getting the experience of the veterans that are the all-time greats. From wherever they come from. So the speed of the game, I think, is the biggest thing for guys. And, the question is, can guys adjust, whether you play receiver, quarterback, running back, defense, doesn't matter what position you play. It's like, you got to be able to adjust the game. I think I was fortunate because I got to go against some of the best players in the world every day. and that was always great to just have that competitive edge.
Do you think it helps a young quarterback if he's played in multiple systems for multiple teams?
In college or pros? What do you mean?
Well, both. Well, college. I'm specifically talking about.
I mean, possibly. It just depends. I think it depends. I think it's all about the guy's aptitude to learn, and all that. I think that affects everything, and the guy's ability to learn quickly on the move and adjust and to be put into successful positions, but also get the team out of tough positions as well. And I think the thing about quarterback is you got to have the ability to win games late and often. And I think that's really the name of the game most of the time.
Thank you, Russ.
Yeah, thank you.
Jordan Renan.
Hey, Russell, what's going on, man?
How you doing, brother?
You prefer Russ or Russell? Do you
Russ,
care?
Russell,
How do you
3,
introduce
it doesn't
yourself?
matter. All the above.
Okay. I'm curious, how important do you view the process of going through the spring, getting those extra throws with guys? Like, how important is that for you to get the chemistry built up? And do you feel like it's a short amount of time, or you're trying to crunch it in, or is it, up until the start of the season? Is that?
Yeah, I mean, I think like anything, those extra reps, the time under tension is everything. I think a lot of times you get into sports and the guys that can spend more time going full speed, getting the reps, getting the time, spending time in the off season, spending time when there's nobody watching. Those moments, those relationships, going to dinner, talking, chopping it up. That team bonding is everything, and it just clicks on the field that way. I think it just makes everything smooth and transitioned well, and I think we're doing a great job of that. I think we're ahead of schedule on that. I'm really excited about the guys we have and who they are, their work ethic, their mentality, their character, their ability to love the game, what they want to do in the community, all the different things that the guys that we have on this team. I think that it's a great opportunity to really, do well and for us all to just shine. And we got to work for it though. There's no magic pill besides the work. We got to put the work in. You got to love it. You got to have that attention to detail, and we're excited about that opportunity to do that.
And I know there's like two sides of things that are going on right now, right? You guys are here. You're starting to prepare. You're starting to work out. The flip side, the team is also still juggling the draft. Have they talked to you about that? Like, do you know any of these prospects personally, or have they talked to you about any of them at all?
No, I mean, we don't go into all that stuff all the time. I mean, I think the biggest thing is that, man, we're excited about having the opportunity to draft extremely good talent and, to help our football team get better every day. I think that's the best thing about the draft is you get young talent and hopefully that those guys can add to the team, and just really be significant playmakers for us and to, change the environment on the field every day. I think that's the thing from practice to games, and those those level of players. Sometimes they're early, sometimes they're late, sometimes you find them through the free agency. I've played with a lot of great guys that you may find in the 5th, 6th round that are game changers and play the longest in their careers. They may play 15 years. So hopefully we can find some dark horses too along the way.
Russ, how you doing?
Good, man. How you doing, Ev?
Good. All right. You kind of mentioned your time with the Legion of Boom a little bit. You got a young defense on the other side of your ball here. I'm just curious, how excited are you to kind of see them grow and develop? There's a lot of young guys like Adebo, Holland, those guys. How excited are you to see kind of this young group grow and just kind of watch them from the other side of the ball as they gel together a little bit? Yeah,
I mean, I think first of all, every great defense starts with a defensive line. I think our defensive line is one of the best in the National Football League. The opportunity to add more guys and everything else, but just the ability for guys to get to the quarterback. I mean, that's the name of the game. Who can stop the run, who can get to the quarterback, and I think that's the reality of it. I think the linebackers that we have, the best in the game, guys that can fly around, really get to the stopping the ball carriers from getting plus yardage. I think our secondary and the additions that we've had too. I know I was just joking with Holland in the locker room, because we played and he knocked out like 2 balls, back in the day, punched out 2 from, in the game. Receivers were catching them and just running down the field. And I think a running back maybe, and just he knocked 2 out. And he's a talented guy, Holland is. I think he's made a lot of plays. We're excited to have him on the team. I think just the additions that we've had. I think also the guys that we already have. I know Tay Banks is a young, talented guy, and I think he's really looking forward to this year and rising up to the occasion in a great way. And so it just takes a team effort. I think the great thing about this game, it takes all 11 on offense, takes all 11 on defense, takes all 11 on special teams. And the most important part to the offseason is the bond and the relationships and how fast can we put all those pieces together in an effective way to be as effective as possible come Sundays. And I think we have an opportunity to do that. I think Coach Dayball's a tremendous leader, tremendous communicator. He was great in the team meeting today. He's very inspirational, very clear message and what we want to do and how we want to get there. And so we're excited about the opportunity to play and just do what we love to do.